Now, similar to this, we do find with Moshiach. One place is in the book of Ezekiel. It says there, God's telling Ezekiel to tell the king of Tsur how he'll be torn away. And the words used in that verse is, I'm going to take a fire from within you, and that will eat you up. That's alluding also to the future redemption. I'm taking a fire from within you, and that same fire will eat you up. So there's something about taking from itself and then destroying it. Moshe is going to come out and destroy Egypt. He'll be the messenger to destroy Egypt. In the book of Isaiah, it also talks about, we just had it in the Haftorah a couple of weeks ago. In the Haftorah, it says there that he's going to sit within the tree, the calf, Egel, the calf, is going to sit there and destroy its branches. So again, within, you're sitting right there and you're breaking it apart. Now let's take a look at the second quote here. Jerry, you'd like to read it out loud?
Rabbi Moshiach ben Levi encountered Prophet Elijah as he was standing at the entrance of Rabbi Shimon ben Yochai's cave, and asked him, "When is Moshiach coming?" Replied the prophet, "Go and ask him, but where is he to be found? At the gate of Rome. By what sign shall I recognize him? He is sitting among paupers stricken by wounds. The others unbind all their wounds at once, and then bind them up again. But he unbinds one wound at a time, and straight away binds it up again. For he says, perhaps I shall be called upon to appear as Moshiach, and I must not be delayed."
So let's just focus on the first half of this. Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi, he finds Elijah the prophet. He says, "Hey, when is Moshiach coming?" So Eliyahu Hanavi says, "Go ask him." So he says, "Where is he?" And the response is, he's at the gate of Rome. So Moshiach is at the gate of Rome. Rome is what destroyed the second temple. It was the Romans that destroyed our second holy temple. That's where Moshiach is, and that's where he has to redeem the Jewish people. That's where he's hanging out.
Because this was already after the destruction of the temple. Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi and Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai, that was
right.
120 AD. And the temple was 70 AD, so this was already after the temple was destroyed.
He says he's in Rome. Of course, he's asking when is he coming, so he wants to know when he's coming. So the question is, why would Moshe and Moshiach both be in their place of oppression? You would think Moshe should come out of this oppression. He should be like coming from his house of his father, Amram, who was a great leader, Amram and Yocheved, and that's where he should grow up. And then come into Egypt, you got to kind of come from the outside and rescue the situation. Same thing Moshiach. You would think that Moshiach should come from Yerushalayim, let Messiah come from Jerusalem, where the temple is, and come rescue the Jewish people and take them out of exile. But yet, he's in Rome. So, one possible explanation is that it says in the Talmud, Ovadia was a prophet. Ever heard the name Ovadia?
Ovadia was your friend.
We had a reader of the Torah here. His name was Ovadia Lev, right? Ovadia, he prophesied on the redemption. He says, why does he get to do that? Because he himself was a convert of Edom. Edom is Rome. And because he was the convert from Edom, he could prophesy about the destruction of Edom. And it's explained like this, that if you want to take a tree and you want to break a tree, you make the axe from a tree itself to break the tree. You got to kind of come from the source of the tree and break the tree with it. So Ovadia, who's a convert from Edom, is the one going to talk about the destruction of Edom. So similarly, we could say with Moshiach and Moshe, that you got to kind of be from within to break that empire. So Moshe starts out in Egypt, and from there he's able to break, he knows his own, your own nut to crack. So you he comes from Egypt, he breaks Egypt. Moshiach comes from Rome, or is in Rome, and he breaks Rome. In a little similar vein, not exactly related, but it's similar. Mashiach, we find something very interesting. If you go to the source, where does Mashiach come from? So, he comes from David, as we said. But who did David come from? David came from Ruth. Ruth, who converted to Judaism. Right? Ruth was a Moabite. Moabite was a nation called the Moabite. Moab. Where did Ruth come from? What's the original status of Ruth? She came from a very incestual relationship. The story was that Lot, who was Abraham's cousin, Lot was rescued after the Sodom and Gomorrah was all destroyed. He had him, and he had his 2 daughters. So the Torah says, this is in the Torah, the Torah itself. He had a physical relationship, a marital relationship, an intimate relationship with his daughters. And the worst of the 2 is the one that was open about it. And she said, this baby is from my father. That's what the word Moav means. Me'av. From father. Moav, from my father. Av is a father. So here you go, Mashiach comes from such a relationship. That's like, why would that happen? Why does God make it that way?
Well, Rabbi, here we're talking about at the gate of Rome. And then when we pray Aleinu, it talks about all mankind to bow before Hashem. And at the gate of Rome at that time, you had all idol worship. So, the fact is, the mission was to have eventually what Aleinu says.
That everyone will serve God.